Well, welcome back to Near Fetish. It feels like a while for me since I've recorded all the IEM reviews before London, and now I'm here again after London, after COVID, after everything. Eris is doing great. If you don't know what Eris is, it's not an IEM. It's the first collab headphone by, I think, any of the reviewers. So go check out Eris. Yes, link Eris. Anyway, on to the subject of what we're on to today. So, Dunu Delicate, which is now a thing that they do on everything. And I don't know why, because this, if you could judge by the wallpaper, isn't a delicate IM. This is the Titan S2. And it slaps pretty fucking hard. Literally, it's like, it is. And I want to come out the gate with all these IMs with like sound impressions first, because I could talk about the accessories and the look, the phone background. But it's more like a put your head on the pavement and then stand on your neck kind of IM. But in a good way. In a way that you actually might enjoy. So I took them out of the box. Here was what they look like. They are very mechanical, metal, harsh angles, red insert that isn't changeable to a fucking glorious... This is $80, by the way. $80 is like the most highly contended category in IEMs. You can fight me otherwise. Because like Rinko's 100. Sometimes it drops in sales, but it still counts as 100. And even if you go only down to 80, there's like fucking 7 IEMs at $80 that are just like the best IEMs that have ever existed. And I'm not going to name a single one of them because that's up to you in the comments to do. Name all the IEMs that are $80. So you got to stand out in this category is what I'm saying. So the Titan S2s have probably one of the nicest interchangeable wire mods I've ever seen on an IM, period, regardless of price. It's got an unscrewable, poppable, very, very heavy notchable, so you can't put it in wrong. And then it goes, you got to find it. It goes, boom, push it in hard. And it's this nice, narrow section with threads. And it threads on so smooth. So you get a 3.5 and a 4.4 into a solid fabric cable. Kind of reminds me of a Hard Audio cable. That, actually no, what it reminds me of is Glacier. Dunu Glacier. They're like fucking $1,300 like flagship. That's what it reminds me of. Look at the straightness of it. And I didn't do anything weird to like straighten it out. It just was. And then it goes up into two wire twists, into 2 pins, which are a little deep. They've got a little kind of like weird shape on this to sort of match it perfectly. But I mean, if you told me this cable was $80, I'd be like, well, obviously. With the split being so small, it's nice. Comes with a nice case. Remember what I was going to say? I was going to talk about sound and then getting to it. So I put on stock tips because Dunu make the Dunu SS tips, which are these guys that look square. And they're one of my favorite tips. And usually what I start every IM with. But I started with this and I'm like, well, that's fucking it. I'm done. They don't need the render tips. These are the render tips. Those usually increase the intensity or something because it's a really good seal. You do not want to increase the intensity of these. You can, if you wanted to be live firing in bed and not just laying there, you could probably try to do something else. So, they're metal. They're a little bit weighty. They're not like OH10 heavy. They're the right weight for their size. They're well labeled, L&R. The actual nozzle is red to match this, which I don't know what this is. Let me get the page open and tell you exactly what their architecture is. Because I kind of try not to know. Like, I don't want to pay attention to it. Like, this is a dynamic. This is a single dynamic. I know it is a single dynamic. Therefore, I will listen to it as I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And by the way, I'm using it off of, right now, the little FIO K11, but not the R2R one. That's a whole different can of worms that I am not prepared to get into. Hold on, wait. I could do this. Give you guys a little taste. Dual chamber and magnetic circuit dynamic driver in-ear earphone. They link to squig.link and it's blank. So there you go. It is a single dynamic driver unit. It doesn't say the size. Does it say the size anywhere? This is a pretty fucking intense single dynamic. I'll say that. There are other, like, Dunu. Here's their $900 single dynamic. It's got my name written on it. It says Zeos. And these are the Zen Pros. And these are super efficient, and I use them to test amplifiers. So I know Dunu can make a single dynamic. But again, those are $900 and these are $80. And they are definitely going for different things right here. So rigid, flexibility, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I have page up and page down on my mouse, which is so nice. Apparently, Dunu's Q-Lock mini-series interchangeable plug system. I want that on my next collab cable. Dunu, would you like to do a collab IEM cable? Because just sell this one. What could this cost? If the whole IEM kit is $80, they should be able to sell this for like $40, and it'll be the absolute be-all, end-all of all IEM cables. Specs. I just want to know the size. How big is it, is what she asked. Apparently, it's got high-dense chrome-plated alloy and 4-strand OCC copper and silver-plated OCC copper Litz wire. It doesn't tell you the size. It just says high-rigidity dome with flexible suspension composite diaphragm, dual magnetic circuits, and dual-chamber dynamic driver kit. Dual-chamber dynamic driver unit. Doesn't say how big. Doesn't matter. I don't care. That's a detail you shouldn't care about. All you should care about with an IEM is not how big it is or what the design is do you like it and does it fill in a niche you need? Because these are, I don't know if I would say everyone should just own a pair. I would recommend highly a soft, warm, gentle IEM always. I'd recommend something that's a little more focused on detail, a little bit lighter, more airy, the Sundara of IEMs. These are a brick. These are like argons, T60 argons. They're heavy, they're weighty, but without the soundstage. Like this has got that, it's got that kick in it, and it is just punching me in the back of the fucking head. It's like, do. If you don't have what I would call an intense IEM, or something that you put on and it's like, damn, listen to the music! Listen to the music! That's these. That is these. These are not JoJo. These are not Rinko as far as bass. They're actually pretty balanced as far as low end and treble and mid range. They're not all over the place. They're not super wide. It makes them a little bit, I think the intensity sort of comes from that narrowness of soundstage. But they're tuned in just it's like this perfect little ball. Like I wouldn't mix and master on the, actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't master on the, there's some IEMs I could just tell are good for actual work. And maybe you can get away with it. But like the Studio 4s from Soft Ears, those were absolutely boring neutral. But I knew if I listened to them, I listened to a song, and I listened to a song on 97 Things, I would always go back to the Studio 4s, and it would just be like, here's what the actual song sounds like, stripped away of all the bullshit. These are definitely adding some bullshit, but I like the bullshit. I don't think I could wear these for like 15 hours straight. You know, these are a bop your feet. You really, like, you have to commute hard with these. These are to get on the bus and you fucking hate everybody. I don't think I would chill. I've been listening to them for like over an hour now. Well, that's a lie. It's like 41 minutes. But here's a light and airy song. And it just sounds like I'm sitting like on a great near field, and it's just like I'm getting ready for it to hurt me. At any moment, it's going to just drop, and it's going to be like, bah! But it hasn't dropped yet. It's going to drop there. I could actually see it. Let's put it on. I need an adapter. I need an, oh, no, it's the wrong adapter. I need another adapter. Oh, wrong adapter. I need another adapter. God damn it. Where are my perfect adapters? Did I bring it upstairs? All right, I guess I could use this. And then I need one of those things I just dropped in here. There you go. Okay, because I could change it to the 3.5. This is still easier than doing that. So when I talk about, oh, the cables and everything. Piteous Maximus, which is definitely a warmer amp than these two are. This requires me to plug in directly to my phone, which is unfortunate. That actually does smooth it out a little bit. It's still got that like bass hit. It's just calmer, which is good. Let's try one more. Ooh, you rang when I plug you in. So this is probably softer than this, which is, I mean, this is a tube pre. It's a tube hybrid. It should be the most, but the Pietis Maximus. I'm gonna get to the review of it. You know what I can plug it to? Although I haven't tested this yet on this, it might explode. Let's see if it explodes. Ooh, I really like that. I've been trying to listen on 1 amp for the entire time and just like, all right, now I switch it around to see if I get like a glimpse of what's out there. Okay. Titan S2, super intense sound, solid state. Absorbs a tube really well. Absorbs whatever the Pietis Maximus is doing, which I would call that like a Class A sort of thing. Yes. I mean, granted, this is like, that's a $300 converter box on a $1,100, $900 amp. I think it's under $1,000. But yeah. Ooh. It's kind of like HG600 in the way that HG600 is a very, very straightforward headphone until you plug it into a tube and then it's like, haha, I can have fun too. That's what these do. Dynamics are weird. A lot weirder, a lot more absorbing of the source than like things that are 6BA or a DD and a BA and an EST. DDs are like these little tiny drivers, and the actual architecture of the amplification matters a whole lot. So I'm going to give these I'm going to give them a straight 9. There's nothing I would change about them. I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, I complain about this because it isn't my cup of tea as far as tuning. It's not hurting me in any way except for the ways I kind of want to be hurt. Giggity. Magia cable coming out eventually. Yeah, no, I like this. And it does things on tubes and different amplifiers, which on its own is a fucking miracle. What am I listening to? This is Durarara. I forget which track. There's like 40,000 tracks. And I can't read it. Just go watch all of Durarara. It's great. Yeah, no. The Moon OST. Yeah, no, these are an intense fucking thing. And the thing is, I like an 80. I like price tags under 100. I'm always have been the cheap channel because this is exciting. You could own. I would rather own 15 $80 IEMs than one $800 set. All right, or 10 and 10 if you want to go with the fucking price differences. Because at least you'd have variety. You'd have different materials, different feels, and different. One $800 IEM you might just not want to listen to on a Tuesday one day, and then you're fucked. But then you'd obviously spend more money because you had enough money for an $800 IEM. It's fine. Wallpaper in the Wallpaper Horde. I'm giving these a 9. These are a 9 Zios. These are straight 9. They're built really well. The wire is absurdly nice for $80. That might be the nicest wire in an $80 thing ever. And they respond to different amplifiers. I need to reorganize this desk also, but I'm going to do a couple IEM reviews to catch up after London, and then I'll tear everything down and rebuild it all. So yeah, Wallpaper Horde. I think the red box, because if you look... Oh, by the way, Zios, don't forget to link to not just Hi-Fi Go, but Amazon's page on Hi-Fi Go. It's the same price, and you get free delivery, apparently in like a week. So there you go. Do it. Click the Amazon, click the Hi-Fi Go. Patreon, subscribe to support this channel. Thank you all for buying my merch, which is actually just my collabs. I really do appreciate it and supporting the channel and watching things early. Oh, if you want to see other IEM reviews... I'm probably making 3 or 4 of them today. They'll all go up in a cluster on a free post on Patreon and Subscribestar. So check those out. Anyway, I'm done. You're done. Masha Bazer's done. I'll see you all in the next one.